Yo, what is up, guys? Oscar with the new video. And this is going to be talking about this horrible Washington football team getting destroyed by the Buffalo Bills game. Um, where do I begin? Should I begin with the defense trash? Should I begin with Taylor Heinnicke? If it wasn't thought of before, this is proof that he's just a journeyman. Um, I really don't think that Taylor Heinnicke is the answer. You know, for this Washington football team. You know, he may have his ups and his downs, but I'm realizing it more and more that last week just a fluke. Washington couldn't build. There was a chance to play a top level team. Uh, this is it's really hard to swallow. Really hard to swallow. The way that I expected Washington to lose, but 43-21, man, oh man, I really did not see that coming. This defense, oh my god, it's garbage. It's hot garbage. It's overhyped and it's trash. Everyone getting burned. Emmanuel Sanders, 34. I think how old is this man? 34, 35. He was just outrunning everyone. Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley just felt like doing whatever he wanted. Their running backs. Their running backs looked very solid. And their running backs group is okay. Zach Moss got a touchdown. I just and Washington. I honestly, at this point, I don't even want to think about the Falcons. I don't even want to predict Washington beating the Falcons anymore. I've said it before. I think I've said it before on Ed Oliver's channel when I was a guest host on his channel. That Washington. I said that they were gonna start 0-3, and they nearly did. They nearly lost. They nearly started 0-3. That win last week against the Giants was the fluke. Next week they gotta take on the Falcons, who barely beat the Giants, but it's a win nonetheless. So I just don't know. Let's get to the good, the bad, the ugly before I rant. Before I just go on a tangent. Not a lot of good. Not a lot of good. Taylor Heinnicke, he was okay, just the 2 interceptions, but let's. I guess I'll start with this. Antonio Gibson had himself a big game. He had 73 yards. That 73-yard screen play for the touchdown that gave Washington light. Washington was down 21-0 at that point, and it really looked like, and this will lead into my next good, is that the special teams unit actually in that second quarter actually did favors. Dustin Hopkins made his kicks, but he led to this. I don't know if it had something to do with the win, but it was a nice special teams play, nice either way. It somehow bounced, and it bounced right into Dustin Hopkins' arms, and it was good for him to grab it and take it. So, like I said, I don't know if it had something to do with the wind, but very, very, very good play, special teams unit. Nate Katzer, hats off for you to pull that off. And then that led to who got the touchdown that drive? Was it? I think it was Logan Thomas who got that touchdown. That made it 21-14. And it looked like it was going to be a game, but everyone just fooled themselves. The Buffalo Bills just just tossed, just did anything that they wanted to do. Let's talk about the bad. Secondary. You know what? I'm not even going to put the secondary in the bad category. I'm going to put them in the ugly category. So I'll get back to the secondary. The bad were the turnovers, fumbles, the fumble by Logan Thomas when he was in Bills territory. That was bad. The interception to Taylor Heinnicke where He just, I don't know what he was doing. It looked like he overthrew it, or a Dwayne Haskins type throw where he was like staring down with the wide receiver. So there's that interception. He did have an interception that was called back. That was, I think it bounced off of Logan Thomas's hands or something like that. But if it wasn't for that roughing the passer call or something, whatever it was, he would have had a 3 interception game. So Taylor Heinnicke also had some bad. The turnovers were the bad. So there it is there. Let's get into the ugly. I just want to be put out of my misery for this week. I just want to be put out of my misery. I'm going to focus on my fantasy team. I don't know who I'm going to do prime target for. I don't even know who. I was going back and forth. I may do it for the Tampa Bay Rams game, since that's actually a pretty decent primetime game. I don't want to be up watching the San Francisco 49ers Green Bay game. I don't know. I guess I'll keep an eye on both and see how it goes. And I'm not doing another Dallas Cowboys game. I'm just not. For prime time, unless Jason asks me, but I'll figure something out for prime time. So let's get into the ugly. The defense. The offensive line did a pretty good job for the Bills. So really, Chase, this front seven is not my complaint. The secondary is my complaint. Emmanuel Sanders caught 2 touchdowns. And he's a watched up wide receiver. He's decent, but he's not the Emmanuel Sanders of old. So I really don't know. William Jackson III, had pretty decent plays against Stephon Diggs, but Stephon Diggs was able to make catches and step out of bounds and all that other good stuff. So I'm just surprised that Stephon Diggs didn't even get a touchdown. It was all going to Emmanuel Sanders, Dawson Knox, and here's the thing: the Bills don't even use their tight ends for touchdown passes that all that often. They either use their wide receivers, which is really annoying. Dawson Knox got a touchdown. Screenplay to Zach Moss, who caught a touchdown. Josh Allen, ran in for a touchdown. So, just this whole entire secondary just got burned. It got burned, and it got burned badly. I don't know. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about the secondary anymore. Being legit. It's bad. It is really. It was overhyped, and I know I'm going on a tangent, but this is how bad it was. Justin Herbert, whatever. I said I had a right to be scared. Because, Keenan Allen had solid wide receivers. Daniel Jones, was able to roast the secondary. Now that's alarming. They're like, okay, maybe this is a get right game for the Bills, even though they had, decent pass catchers like Stephon Diggs, Gabriel Davis, who didn't even play. I forgot that Emmanuel Sanders was on this team. Who else caught passes? It's Cole Beasley. Oh my God, Cole Beasley led the Bills with 12 receptions today. Whew. So I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear anything about the secondary. I really don't want to hear Ron Rivera. I really don't want to hear any of these reporters talking about the secondary showing improvement. I really don't. If there's any lighting of the tunnel, Benjamin Shea-Juice had a few knockdown passes. Kendall Fuller almost had an interception. They Washington lost the turnover battle. They lost the turnover battle. They couldn't force any turnovers, so it is what it is. There are no sacks. Really, there weren't any sacks on any team, but still, Brandon Sheriff had an injury today, but he was able to get back into the game. But it looks scary from what I heard. There was a few questionable calls. The refs had a few questionable calls as well. Not get forward progress. They didn't want to give Ron Rivera and the play calling, challenging that play when he was clearly short of the first down, and he wastes a challenge on that when it was clearly short. And then Taylor Heinnicke, I don't know. Scott Turner should have gotten better at that 4th and inches play. Matt Milano blew it up though. So, and then the Bills, of course, I think they got a touchdown on that drive. I don't even know anymore. So, wow. I'm a loss for words. I don't want to hear anything about the secondary being good anymore. I really don't. We're a legit secondary. Washington's secondary is trash until further notice. This secondary is trash. I don't want to hear about Matt Ryan being trash next, all this week. Because I guarantee you that he and Michael Pitts, him and what's this guy's name? Calvin Ridley, no name guys on the Falcons are gonna roast the secondary next week. So, alrighty guys, before I continue on this rant, that's it. That's all. Until then, guys, if you're new to my channel, this is a down in the dumps video. I'm more upset than angry, to be honest. But until then, guys, make sure you hit that sub button if you like what you hear, you like what you see. Until then, keep it real. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.